Hi friends, it's Ellen from LNG Coaching, and I'm going to talk to you today about motivation. So it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm actually talking to you from my home gym, and a little embarrassed to admit that I've actually been in my exercise clothing since 7 a.m. this morning. I started off the day getting dressed, ready to do a morning workout. That was my intention, and somehow that just didn't get done. It seemed like the entire day I was finding one excuse after another to avoid coming down here and doing my weightlifting today. So I started thinking about that and realizing that motivation has been a bit of a problem for many of my clients, being this COVID crisis we're going through, this shelter at home, the continuously changing landscape. It's playing around with our motivation to getting things done that need to get done. And guess what? Me too. I'm feeling it as well. So I'm thinking to myself, how did I finally get my butt down in the gym to get this done? Something I know I wanted to get done and that I would be really happy to be able to say, I lifted my weights today. And I thought about, how do I help my clients when we're coaching together get through this motivation around any goals that they set? And there's some pretty consistent tools that I help them use. And that is exactly what I applied for myself today. And the first one is, once I started to notice that I was really putting this off, going to do one activity after another that would delay my getting down to the gym, I stopped and said, okay, let's take this process one step at a time. And the first thing I did was ask myself, why? Why is it important to me that I lift my weights today? In what way will it benefit me to get it done? And so I realized that it's a pretty simple answer for me. Being healthy, taking care of myself is one of my core values. It's something I hold on to, and it keeps me grounded to who I am. And I am finding that is particularly important getting through these really difficult days that we have and the weeks and the months coming up of uncertainty. That I have to stay grounded around taking care of myself, my health, doing the things that I can do to control what really is a pretty uncontrollable situation. So that was the first thing. I knew that I will feel better, I will be happy with myself to know that I got down here and did what I promised myself I was going to do. The second step in this process, once I've gotten clear around why is this important, is stop waiting for motivation. And that may sound pretty crazy. Here we want to feel motivated to get the jobs done. However, sometimes we sit around waiting for motivation when the truth of the matter is motivation occurs once you're in action. So a trick that I use and I teach to all my clients is, when you have something that you truly, really do want to get done, but you're procrastinating getting started, not feeling inspired and not feeling motivated, give yourself permission to quit after 15 minutes. Any of us can stand it for 15 minutes. And that is just what I did today. I said, Ellen, get downstairs, start your routine, and after 15 minutes, if you are miserable, if you are still not feeling motivated, you have permission to quit. Well, of course, that never happens. Once I was down here, once I put on the music that always gets me going and excited and motivated, and once I started my routine, there was no way I was not going to finish it. And the third step in this process is to keep going even when the motivation fades. Day after day, all of us have things that we want to accomplish, and we want to get going to long-term goals, and yet the motivation to do the small steps that have to get done consistently so that we reach those long-term goals, well, the motivation fades over time, because sometimes there's discomfort, Sometimes we have to give up immediate gratification for long-term gratification, and it is hard. However, accomplishment is a really powerful drug. And once you've accomplished things that you set up to do, it primes you to do it again and again because it feels so great. So once again, here's a 3-step process. If you're struggling with motivation, and a lot of us are these days, don't beat yourself up. Understand that we have this changing world around us, and our routines are different, and all of the rituals that we put into place, sometimes they're just upside down right now. So give yourself a break. Be compassionate with yourself. However, do not use that as an excuse to not get stuff done. So go through the process. 3 steps. Number 1, ask yourself, why is this important to me? How is it connected to my core values? How will I benefit when I can say I've accomplished this? Number 2, do not wait for the motivation to occur and to come. Let action get you into motivation and get your motivation skyrocketing. And number 3, even if that motivation fades, keep on going. Because the completed project, even if it's just lifting weights today, or putting a healthy meal on the table, or getting that final email off that you need to for the work project you're struggling with, it doesn't matter what it is. Go through this process, and I promise you, you will get it done. So I hope that helps. If you enjoyed this video, if it gave you a little bit of inspiration, please share it with others. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will be alerted when I make more videos. And thanks again for taking the time to listen in. And here's to your motivation to getting done what's important to you.